What's happening, everyone? So in the past few videos we've discussed what it was to be a gentleman, but in today's video I'm going to give you several reasons why you should strive to be a gentleman. So let's go. Welcome to the channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Terry Gregory and it is my passion to help you to become a better man and help you to improve your already badass sexy self by teaching you the ninja ways of the gentleman. So, gentlemen, if this is something that interests you, please make sure to hit that big red subscribe button. And if there is something specific that you would like to see a video on, let me hear from you down in the comments below. So the past few videos, we've talked about what a gentleman was. We've talked about what the difference between a man and a gentleman was. And we've even talked about what it meant to be a modern day gentleman. But today, in this video, as I've already said, we're going to go through 10 different reasons why you should be a gentleman. So instead of me just talking about what we're going to talk about, let's just talk about it. A gentleman is a gentleman because someone has to take the extra steps. There is a saying about a gentleman that a man takes the necessary steps, but a gentleman takes the extra step. A man takes the necessary steps to do what he needs to do to make sure he's taken care of as well as those that matter most to him. That is his goal, that are his priorities, and there's nothing wrong with that. Quite frankly, more men need to step up and take care of their responsibilities and do what they need to do. But those who strive to do better, to be better, are the exact ones that we need to help elevate us to that next level as a society. Winston Churchill, George Washington, Bill Gates, and even Sheikh Zayed from the UAE. Where would we be if not for these gentlemen pushing the boundaries of society and helping to take the extra step to improving a quality of life for everyone around them? We may very well be where we were so many years ago. A gentleman raises people's curiosity. Let a gentleman walk into the room and he instantly becomes the one that everyone wants to talk to and everyone wants to get to know. Hey, who are you? Come here, I gotta talk to you. From the way that he takes care of himself, from the way that he dresses and even carries himself, all this draws attention from a crowd eager to find out more about him. A gentleman becomes an influencer for today. A gentleman strives for change and continuously thinks, what can I do to make this world a better place? A gentleman is the type of man that will influence others to want to do the same. Your friends, family, and colleagues will all see this newfound man that you have inside of you and the higher standards that you are starting to portray. Really didn't think about how that was going to come out. Man inside of you. Your potential influence will rub off on others and they will continue to grow. Who knows? We can make a generation of gentlemen. A gentleman becomes a role model for tomorrow. The kids of tomorrow need a role model just as much as the kids of today need one as well. We're not just gentlemen for ourselves, we're gentlemen for the next generation. We should not leave it up to the athletes or the musical artists, if you can call them that. We should not leave it up to them to raise our kids, because half the time, they don't even know how to act themselves. Heck, look at what half of these athletes and musical artists are going around, they're saying garbage, they're talking trash. They're not anyone that I would want my kids to look up to. As a gentleman and as a dad, your kids, and even the kids that are around you every day, need someone to look up to, need a role model, need someone to teach them how to be a man and how to truly become a gentleman. Keeping your word when you tell someone that you're going to do something. Standing up for what you believe in. And treating those around you with the same dignity and the same courtesy and respect that you would expect them to treat you, even if they didn't give you that same honor and respect. These are types of things that kids need to learn. Get up off their knees, stand up on their feet, and become respectable men. And it is our job as fathers to get them on that path. A gentleman is a gentleman because it's just as easy to being polite as it is being rude. It's just as easy being kind to someone as it is being a dick. Sometimes it's easier. Once you show some respect and you talk to people and show them that you have some manners, it becomes a much more enjoyable experience for yourself as well as it is for them while you're talking to them. It can even help them to relax them. And if they're having a bad day, that little exchange of common courtesy being exchanged between two strangers could completely change their whole day. They could carry that on to the next person, and that person could carry it on to the next person, and it just creates a huge ripple effect. So when you have to choose between the two, be kind. A gentleman chooses to be a gentleman because it sets himself to a higher standard. With constant standards, constant expectations, but why should we live by them when we could elevate ourselves, when we could raise the bar and try to be better. And I'm not talking about just a little bit, but to an unreachable high, so we continue to work towards it. And why do you think we should do this? Because being a gentleman sets you apart from the rest of the world. Come on, I mean, do you really want to be like rest of the world? No! We're gentlemen. We blaze our own trail, and we walk into a room letting everybody know that we're there, meaning business. If they don't like the way that we dress, it's not really our problem. Me personally, I don't want my best dressed day to be in a casket. A gentleman is a gentleman to protect. A gentleman understands that there are multiple ways in keeping those that he loves safe, and even those around him that he may not know. Point is, at some point you will have to stand up for what you believe in and for the ones that you love as well. Not everyone will admit that they need someone to protect them or that they would like someone to protect them. But everyone would like to know that they have someone in their corner that always has their back. A gentleman is a gentleman because it represents an idea worth striving for. Becoming a gentleman is, quite frankly, one of the most important decisions a young man can make. And starting early in life can open up more doors for him in the future. It shows that a man can hold himself to a higher standard and devote his life to being a leader and to helping others. A lot of things fall within common courtesy or just having manners, but these simple things alone are not being passed down as commonly as they once were. Being a gentleman goes much further and much deeper than just being a lifestyle. It represents an idea that all men are not created equal. Hold up. Now when I say that, I want to make it very, very clear. I'm not talking about race. I'm not talking about religion. I'm not talking about their culture or their personal beliefs. I'm not talking about any of that. Now what I mean by that is what really separates a gentleman from the rest of the world, or separates men from the boys, is how they react with each other and how they treat each other. The respect that we provide each man, woman, and child, regardless of race, regardless of religious beliefs or culture, that is what really defines a gentleman. And it is up to us as gentlemen to demonstrate these acts for the world to see and for the world to learn from. You thought this was going to go sideways for a second, didn't you? I can tell. And gentlemen, the 10th thing that gentlemen do when they make the decision to become gentlemen is to subscribe to this channel. So make sure you get the little subscribe button down below. Hit that little bell notification next to it so you can get notified whenever I put out new content. Guys, let me know down below in the comment section what are some other reasons why you think men should try to be gentlemen. I didn't hit everything. I didn't even touch the surface. So let me hear from you guys down in the comment section below. And until next week, gentlemen, keep it G.